Hi, Kirk Pugh here with Keller Williams Realty in Wilmington, North Carolina. I thought I'd take just a minute and give you a brief overview of agency. What does having a real estate agent mean for you, and what are the different forms of agency that we practice here in North Carolina? There are some common misconceptions about buyer's agency, seller's agency, and dual agency that I hope to clear up pretty quickly. First and foremost, seller agency is pretty clear-cut. If you're selling your home and you hire me as your listing agent, then I represent you and your home and your best interests only. Is there a chance that I'll bring a buyer to your home? It's possible, but more than likely another agent, one of the many hundreds of buyer's agents in the Wilmington metro area that are part of our board of realtors, is going to bring the buyer to your house. And in rare circumstances, I'll just happen to have a buyer, or one of my buyer's agents will have a buyer who's interested in your home and ultimately makes the decision to buy your home. But as your seller's agent, as your agent, I represent you and your best interests. On the other side, as a buyer's agent, if you're coming to town and you're looking for a second home or a retirement home, or you're being transferred in and you're looking to purchase a home in the Wilmington area, and you hire me or one of my team members as your buyer's agent, we represent you as the buyer, your best interests only. Our job as the buyer's agent is to help identify homes that meet your needs, that are in your price range, that satisfy your own criteria for school systems, community amenities, location, so on and so forth, and then we help you craft an offer that is likely to be accepted, one that is a win-win for both you and the seller, and we provide you with information that helps you make the best decision you can make. We, as buyer's agents, are compensated not by you, but by the seller and the seller's agent when they advertise and market the home for sale. Now, in the rare circumstance where, let's say you hire me as your buyer's agent, and during the course of our property investigation we determine that there's a home that is listed by another agent within our Keller Williams office, or perhaps even listed by one of our own team members. In that situation, we would be what's called a dual agent. We can still provide you with statistical data, with general public information about community and school systems, and links to the New Hanover County Sheriff's website, for instance, if you're interested in determining crime rate and those sorts of things for the area that you're considering. However, you do lose a little bit of the access to our personal experience, our opinion of that house, because in that situation we're representing both the buyer and the seller. Now, that happens when you're interested in purchasing a home that I have listed. Now, on the other hand, with a home that a Keller Williams agent has listed, we practice what's called designated dual agency, where even though the firm, Keller Williams, represents both the buyer and the seller in that situation, we take and draw an imaginary wall between the two agents, the seller's agent and me as your buyer's agent, and we say, Mr. Real Estate Agent representing the seller, you, even though you both work for Keller Williams, you're going to represent only the seller's best interest. Me as the buyer's agent will represent only the buyer's best interest. We're not allowed by law or by our code of ethics to share information about the seller or the buyer with the other agents. And then we essentially negotiate as if the agent worked for a competing firm rather than our own. So you lose nothing by having a designated dual agent in the way of my professional opinion, my experience in the community, and those sorts of things. So that's agency in a nutshell. Sellers, agents represent sellers and their best interests only. Buyers agents represent buyers and their best interests only. And the key thing to remember if you're considering hiring a buyer's agent is you don't pay anything for that service. The listing firm compensates the buyer's agent for bringing you to that particular home and helping you make a good decision about your next home. If you have any further questions, you can reach me nearly any time on my cell number. my cell phone at 910-622-3478. Be happy to talk to you at length. It's not very exciting, but there are some things that you need to understand about it so that you can protect your best interest. Calling the sign and asking for the listing agent to let you into a house is probably not the best way to go, because again, that agent represents the best interest. They have a fiduciary responsibility to the seller. They'll be happy to let you in and be happy to write a contract for you, but they're not going to help you negotiate. They're not going to help you get the best deal. We can do that for you. I have a team here ready to serve anytime. Again, you can reach me with further questions or to inquire about a home tour at 910-622-3478. Thanks. Hope you're having a great day, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye now.